What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This is, of course, your host, Anthony Sain. Got my crew, man. I got the full, man. We back, man. We back like the Grizzlies about a month or so, man. We got the full deck, man. We got the big three in the building, man.
Hey, man, we got depth like the Grizzlies over here at the Anthony Sain Show, baby.
Grizzly depth over here, man.
Yes, sir.
And speaking of Grizzly depth, man, we about to get deeper on y'all ass. In the second segment of the show, my man Jacob Gilyard joining the show, man. Former Memphis Grizzly, current G Leaguer for the Cleveland Charge, I believe is the name of the G League. Cleveland Charge. Yep. He's coming on, man. My guy, man. I got our relationship, my quasi friendship with my guy Jacob Gilyard started with me checking his ass, flaming his ass on Twitter. He hopped in my DMs, said, "Man, you funny as hell. We got to communicate. We been trying to set this up for a minute, but you know the Grizzlies with the bullshit can't get players on your show. But my boy had to get cut for the Grizzlies to get my guy on the show, man.
Let me just tell you that. Like, listen, I love that you got Gilly on, but it pisses me off that he had to get cut from the Grizzlies to be able to come on this show. Like, I thought about that earlier today, and I was like,
if I had went through the Grizzlies and tried to get him on, that shit would not have happened, bro.
That's messed up, bro. He's not even. It's messed up. Whatever, though. Hey, we got Gilly on.
Hey, what is or what is? He on there.
Yeah, we ain't gonna worry about none of that. My boy Jacob Gilyard coming on the show. We've been setting this up, man. It's months in the making, trying to get my man on the show. Definitely gotta talk about him, man. His team, hey. The team he affiliated, hey, Big Dog, are they 13-0? Is that the number? 13-0?
12-0, man.
Yeah, 12-0.
Yeah. They 13 now. What is it, Pair? 12 or 13?
It's 12. It's
12-0. Yeah, Cleveland Cavaliers. We're going to talk about that. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. The man want to come in and get his shit off. I ain't gonna be mad, bro. You want to get your shit off? Talk, man. Who you want to talk to, man? Get your shit off, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. But Jacob Gilyard will join us in the segment of the show. But let's go back to talking about our Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are, I don't know what our record is right now.
7-4.
7-4. Winners of 3 straight, if I'm not mistaken. We played absolutely nobody so far this year.
and we played absolutely nobody on my team too.
Right. The biggest player we played has been LeBron James, and that's it. Like, we ain't played nobody else that could bust our ass. We played with Philly, though.
The Magic's got
we played the Magic.
Paolo played Franz.
Oh, he got hurt.
Right. Yeah. We have had a very good schedule for us to kind of get our shit together. And getting our shit together, we have had to do in this first 11 games of the season. Kind of a little mini break right now. The Grizzlies have not played since Sunday. Big blowout victory against Portland. Man, that Portland team, I understand like rebuilding and like tanking and whatever. That team has so many dudes. I'm like, bro, who are you, bro? Like, why are you in the NBA, bro? Like,
they make no sense. They make no sense,
that
man.
Team is ass.
Like, they make no sense. They Donovan Clingan in the first 3 quarters of that game played 6 minutes. And he was their top. He was their first round draft pick this past year.
They got Scoot Henderson coming out the bench. That was the top number 2 pick last year.
Speaking of Scoot Henderson, I'm the type of guy who will tell you, if I make a take about something, I'm wrong. I'm not apologizing because I didn't step on your dog or call your mama a hoe. I didn't spit in the wind. I didn't do anything. I didn't put gum on the seat. I'm not apologizing for a sports take. My Scoot Henderson take, I will apologize about shit.
We were wrong.
I was just about to say, I'm not going out by myself. Kenny, you coming with me? Because
I'm there. I'm there.
Like, what is Charlotte doing?
Charlotte's I said it on this show. I said Charlotte's an unserious franchise.
Yeah, go get a better player. Draft a better player.
I ain't think that at all.
And we were like, as long as all these answer, like, is he even the guy? Yes, he is the guy. I'm sorry. Yeah, he is the guy.
Brandon Miller is that dude, man.
Charlotte have a good thing.
I thought Brandon Miller was cold. Brandon Miller was cold in college. I didn't think they messed up at all.
Charlotte,
you should have told us we were wrong.
Charlotte Sneaky is going to be a good team in a couple of years, man. They got Brandon Miller, LaMelo's balling out this year, man. Right. It's been good to see. Anyway.
This was so bad. They just said, shut the whole G League ignite down. It was like, all right. I mean, this should have mirage.
Hey, that's good. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Like, all right, Scoop is sorry. All right, good. Shut it down. They don't trust us no more. Scoop messed it up everybody. But yeah.
Top 2 draft pick, and that man is terrible.
And I think he's kind of a weirdo, if I'm not mistaken. I think somebody said he's kind of off, like he's a space cadet. All right, anyway. But yeah, Grizzlies got a big win, beat them folks by damn near 50. Everybody got theirs. It was they went into church league mode. Everybody go get 10 points. You know, it was good. It was good.
Hey, and Yuki tried, man. He tried to get the 10. He played 7 minutes.
Be hooping, bro. When they let the man in, he do something cold every time.
Every time.
He did, bro. He had the Portland fans cheering.
Yeah, shout out. That's what I was about to say. Shout out to Yuki having the Portland team saying whoop that trick when he came. No, I don't think that happened. But yeah,
I mean, I still to this day, like I've seen a lot of assists in my life, but that game against Washington and when he made that bounce pass behind his back to Jay Huff, the dumbest assist I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
I don't know how he saw that dude. Like, anyway, that dude is cold. Yuki does some real serious stuff when he's out there, man.
I said, so I've been saying on the last couple of shows, I've been on the daily grind. I think yesterday and on Monday and last week. And I told Greer on the Grizz 901 to do Wizards game. He reminded me of the guy that played at Nebraska last year, Kisei Tominaga. He's Japanese too. They call him the Japanese Steph Curry. So
he did. Hey, Parrish just did it. Parrish just did it. He just comped to a Japanese dude. Look at look at this man.
Japanese to Japanese all year.
Look at you, man.
Yep.
Look at you. He did it, man.
He did it for sure.
He reminds me of the only other Japanese player to ever play in the NBA.
They do the same stuff. They do the same exact stuff. He hit the three, did the hyping the crowd up. They the same thing, man. Dude,
but shout out to Yuki. Shout out to Yuki. He has become our victory cigar, our victory blunt. Roll up a rookie blunt at the end of the game to celebrate. But something about Yuki is that his role pretty much is going to be what it is. It's going to diminish when the G League season starts, and he won't be on our active roster anymore at all pretty soon when guys start coming back. But there are some guys that will be looking for time, will be expecting to stay in the rotation. And it just speaks to the Grizzlies' depth. That's something I definitely want to talk about for the next few minutes. Looks like a good problem to have. I was watching the Chris Vernon show today, and Devin Walker was talking about a group chat he was in where somebody said, all right, we know what the starting five probably going to be when Marcus Smart comes back. They're probably going to keep Marcus Smart in the starting five. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure that's going to happen. I'll talk about that probably another show. But if you do that, who's your five off the bench? Like, what five guys are in your 10? Who's your 10-man rotation? And it's hard to name a 10-man rotation on this team because somebody's feelings are going to be hurt. There's going to be some guys on the outside looking in. And I know Jake LaRavia's been playing well. Luke Kennard's been playing well, especially, with his playmaking and things like that. I didn't think that was going to be in his bag. But he's been – in this offense, man, it's making guys be able to be better playmakers. It's making it easier for guys to excel. But there's one guy that I do not think is going to be sent back to the bench. And there's actually two guys. And both of them started off without having – well, one was on contract. That's Jalen Wells.
Say three guys.
Right. You got three guys. The other is Jay Huff. And Scottie Pippen Jr.
I think Scottie Pippen. I don't think Scottie Pippen Jr. is
man.
Jay Huff is going to get minutes. Absolutely.
I think Taylor Jenkins is going to keep like a 12-man because he's been doing it. I think he's going to do like a 12-man rotation.
I've seen him run a 12-man deep into the season.
He's going to do that. Especially with how they play that fast pace. He going to play about 12 people.
Luke Kennard's minutes are going. Jake LaRavia ain't playing. When everybody gets back in their full strength, Jake ain't playing.
And Jalen Wells taking Luke Kennard.
And Jalen Wells is going to sit Luke Kennard ass down.
I believe so.
Jitty will go down. Jitty will go back.
Yeah,
Jitty. Yeah, he's the 15th.
All right, so let's name him.
Let's do starting five. Let's do starting five.
Let's just assume. Let's put Marcus Smart in the 10.
Marcus Smart in the
even if he's starting, he's going to make the 10.
And I guess assume Zach Edey is going to get his spot back over Brandon Clark.
He's going to be in the 10. So let's just.
He's going to be in the 10. So let's put him because I think it's going to be.
But if you say he's starting tonight, he's in the 10.
Right.
So let's do the last starting lineup we had was Ja Bain, Smart, Jaren, Edey. That's 5.
Edey. Let's take that.
We just said Jalen Wells is in it, so he's in it.
Scottie,
Jalen, Scottie, GG,
Vince Williams, GG, J Huff / BC.
J Huff and BC.
You have not said Santi Aldama.
And we haven't said Santi
Aldama. And that's that starting 3 spot. Santi.
Santi's coming for that. Santi is coming for that.
Started the 3. So I think we got another competition for that.
They gotta go 12. They gotta go at least 11, bro.
They might start Santi at the 3. I could very well see that. If they benchmark Smart, I could see Santi being the 3 too.
Bro, I'm gonna say this. I was gonna say this for another show. I'm gonna say this shit now. We got to get my boy Jacob Gilyard in too. I'm gonna say this real quick, bro. I would not be surprised. Shit.
They 12. They going 12 deep.
I would not be surprised when we get full strength. The Grizz is telling Marcus Smart, look, bro, we about to move you, but we gonna put you on the bench until we move you. Bro, they gotta move him, bro.
And thing is,
Jalen Wells being on this team and being this good, you cannot keep Marcus Smart here.
But here's the thing: when you move him, Jalen Wells still not gonna start because if you move Marcus Smart, you're probably replacing him with
a wing,
a starting 3, Cam Johnson.
But you're moving. But you're also Jalen Wells's emergence.
But I'm saying him being here,
he'll still play though. He'll still play.
Him being here gives you 3 dudes you could replace Marcus Smart with.
You could literally Jalen Wells playing the way he's playing makes Marcus expendable, Luke expendable, and Jake LaRavia expendable.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's ahead of Jake anyway.
And I would say, and at first we was thinking Santi, but I think Santi staying.
I want Santi playing. That dude looks so good in this offense.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's staying now.
Hey, we deep, bro. We deep, man. And I had this conversation with somebody too that was in the comments on Vernon's show today. Depth isn't a real thing, bro. Like depth right now is not playoff depth because they're gonna have to cut this again for the playoffs.
Oh, of course, the playoffs.
Of course, yeah.
And what are you doing with BC? Bro, this trade deadline.
That's the person. That's the one. I think BC to keep Santi. BC is the one who's gonna be the Automator now,
bro. Y'all
don't want to pay him BC's money.
Y'all don't want to get me started. Don't get me talking. Don't get me start talking Giannis Antetokounmpo, bro. Don't. Oh my God, don't get.
He got to demand trade first. Let's wait till he actually says he wants.
Something is happening, bro.
Let me ask you this:
a major trade with the Grizzlies. It has to be. You can't have all these dudes on the team, bro. You can't. Marcus Smart is not going to be okay with nothing they do. Because you're going to get Vince minutes. You're going to get Jalen Wells minutes. You're going to get G.G. Jackson minutes. And they're not playing Marcus Smart at backup point guard. Because I always said this whole summer, they're going to get Marcus Smart his minutes, they're going to play him in every position on the damn court. He's going to be the 1, the 2, and the 3.
You don't play him now with Scotty doing what he's doing?
Because if he ain't playing backup point guard minutes, Marcus Smart minutes aren't going to be effective when Vince and G.G. come back.
And Jenkins is doing that whole 2-point guard thing that he did with Tyus and Ja, with Scotty and Ja. And they've been doing well when they played together.
And they're killing with it.
Because Scotty Pippen.
Yeah, Smart is gone, bro. Smart got to be gone. Ain't no way. He got to be gone.
They'll do it. I mean, they'll do it. They're going to do him a favor and get him out of here. Like, they're going to do him a favor and say, listen, you're an OG in this game. Like, we got to get you out of here to get you. We'll put you at a playoff team, like in the Eastern Conference, back in the playoffs, and get us a good player back. But
right. I think crazy. I hope it's Brooklyn. Because, man, I can see
you're replacing him with a star if you turn him to Brooklyn.
Because if you're doing Cam Johnson, bro.
That's so stupid.
Let's say you're doing Cam Johnson, right? Cam Johnson's making like 20-something million. That's like Smart, LaRavia, and a pick to make those numbers work. You still got Luke Kennard's contract. You feel like you probably finna trade.
The thing is, what's so crazy is none of these trades cuts the rotation down. You still deep.
Right. All right, let me ask y'all a question. The team is going to be super deep when we get healthy, right? The team's going to be really good and deep when you get healthy. Would you be upset with a salary cap trade? Like if you trade Jake and Luke Kennard for basically nothing, like not to get a player back, just to let those contracts roll off.
I'd say no, because
can they get some second round draft picks back? Because they deal with those.
That too, but also, are we going? Here's the real question: are we going to ever be fully healthy?
See, that's my biggest concern with what Parrish just said. I think they're going to slow roll Gigi and Vince back. I don't think they're going to immediately, once they're cleared to play. You got to remember they're going to slow roll those dudes back. So you're still going to see
in the process of slow rolling Vince right now. I think if push came to shove, Vince could go play basketball right now. I think we're in the process. I think him going. When do we send a dude to the G League to warm him up for the season? Like when does that happen?
To play a 5-on-5.
When does that happen though?
We've never do that all the time. The year before last year, they used to do that with almost everybody. They used to send them down to practice. I remember.
I'm like for a long time because Vince has been down there for a week.
I thought he did that for.
No, he got recalled immediately after that practice.
I thought it was
I think we're in the rev up process for him now. I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, he's ready to go now. Let's get him going. I think we're in that process. I think Vince is gonna be back next week.
Yeah, I think he'll be back when they return home.
And when I mean slow roll, I don't mean slow roll as in like they're not going to play him. I think slow roll is in they're going to limit his minutes for a while.
Oh, I get you saying.
They're going to limit. Because the thing is, every time somebody comes back, they somebody else goes out. You know what I'm saying? It feels like it's always a revolving door. And that's not just the Grizzlies. That's the whole NBA right now. It's crazy, all the different injuries.
And
so it feels like they need to keep everybody. It just feel like they probably need to stick this out because I don't even know if they're going to actually ever get fully healthy.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You asked the question, will we get fully healthy? I don't think any team gets fully healthy, but I think we'll get healthy enough. There's like maybe 1 or 2 dudes ain't out there.
Right.
And we send prayers out to Cam Spencer's ankle. I don't know what the hell going on with that dude.
He's strictly G League now.
That man got, hey, whatever was wrong with Steph Curry ankle, man, God took it. When Steph Curry gave his life to the Lord, he saved it for Cam Spencer.
Look, we thought he was going to be the headline for the G League, for the Memphis Hustle. Now you get to that.
Man, for the Memphis street clothes. He is done.
That man's ankle has been messed up. Like, I'm like, damn, what happened to his ankle, man?
Now, how did Colin Castleton hit the injury report? Bro, play like
what you do? Jumped up and down.
One guy.
Man, G League ain't even practicing yet. How you get hurt? But yeah, man. Speaking of hurt, man, we're gonna talk more about injuries and stuff like that later on in the show. But we about to take a break, man. When we come back, very special guest, man. I know we're gonna have fun. He been dropping little hints in the group chat, like we won't get on his ass. But
it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming, bro. We're going to get on your ass. Jacob Gilyard is coming up next. Got to welcome him to the show, man. This is my guy, man. Jacob Gilyard. We're going to talk to him and more from the Anthony Sain Show. We see you guys in a minute.
And let's give Jacob Raven a shout out. I know he catches a lot of flack, but he's had a great week since that contract to get renewed. Even that night against Milwaukee, he had a good game. So
since Halloween,
I think he has the highest plus minus on the team, and he's been a plus in every single game since the first loss to the Nets. He's been a positive on the court ever since then. So
I mean, he's been the most. Is it weird that he's been the most reliable guy that we've had out there? The growth that Jake has shown just in a season's length of games is really impressive, and considering how like bad he was, like when he got drafted, it's pretty impressive. Right. It might be one of the most impressive things Kleiman's done.
Tune into the Daily Grind with your host, Lute Hatmaker, every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Did you enjoy Zach Edey's stare down of JV?
Loved it. I loved it. I'm gonna tell you what else I love. I love Zach Edey at the end of the game against Portland. When Bantam went to the basket, like, I'm not gonna just give you a layup. Blocks it out of bounds, and then they have their little interaction after the game. I'm loving what Zach Edey is doing, and he's doing it whether in the starting role, whether he comes off the bench. But there is a undertone of nastiness that's within him. It's a quiet nastiness, but there is no back down. That look that he gave JV, and JV, he didn't want to look him dead in the eye. That first part, it didn't become a back and forth thing until a lot of people got in between. Mm-hmm. But Zach Edey just the entire time was. And I told you before, those are people you get scared of.
Yeah. Tune in to the Night Court Podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show, man. Very special guest today. Former Memphis Grizzly, man. My guy, Jacob Gilyard, is in the building. Gilly, what's up, my boy?
What's happening? How you been, man?
Man, it's all good, man. I don't know if you've been watching the show, man, but there was a famous episode. We was on your ass for about 15 minutes. I can't
hey, I tried to defend you, man.
Man, y'all dead wrong for telling me that after we'd already went live. Like, you couldn't let me watch it and leave. Okay.
Yeah, I'll shoot to the link, man.
Yeah, it was all basketball, or you was just?
I think we had to get on your ass. I can't remember what it was, man.
I had your back, man.
I appreciate it, bro.
It's all good, man. Ain't nothing personal, man. You my guy, man. We've been in the DM. We've been chatting for a minute, man. It's all love. But like I said, you are a former Memphis Grizzlies. You were here during the nightmare season, man. You got plenty of run, had the big game against Steph Curry, things like that. Let's talk about that for a minute. What was last season like we were just constantly seeing guys go down. You had Job with the 25-game suspension, guys constantly getting hurt. And old Gilly, man, just hanging tight. And you don't even think you got a headache last year, bro. You played all 82 of them days.
I was there.
What was it like seeing that season unfold? And then what was also like in that game you had where you went off on Steph, had the block shot against him, all those type of things? Yeah. What were the ups and downs like from last season?
I mean, a lot of downs, bro. A lot of downs for sure. But like at first it didn't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure y'all was like, we got 25 games out, y'all. Let's just stay afloat. Let's stay right around 500. You know what I mean? Be as close to that as we can. And then when he come back, like y'all saw what he did against New Orleans last year. Like he come back, we gonna be all right. And then guys just started going down from everybody to anybody, bro. It was crazy. It was a roller coaster because like before Ja even came back, we was like, let's just keep us afloat. Once he came back, we good now. And then more people go down. And then everybody, it's just snowball effect. And they've had some injuries this year as well. And I'm hoping it's nothing like last year. They're playing well right now. But it was crazy, man. I mean, it was obviously a blessing for me because I was able to play and get minutes. I remember going into the season like, shit, if I get 5 games, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like if I get 5 games, like if I get 5, I'm cool. And then I want to say it was like game 8. Dez called me the night before, like, how you feeling? I'm like, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I think I just played like 12 minutes off the bench the night before, and he was like, they thinking about starting you against Utah, and I was like, you for real? And he was like, I said the same shit. And so we was just, I mean, it was crazy. I mean, like even that early, you know, I'm playing and it was just obviously a roller coaster. But for me, it was fun to just be a part of it. You know what I mean? Get to play, get to be out there, get to compete against guys I've watched on TV for years. You know what I mean? So it was obviously down. I'm sure Memphis fans didn't love it, but I had a ball out there. I ain't gonna lie.
Right, right. It's kind of a double-edged sword because it's like, as a competitor, you want the team to be good and you don't want the team to be shorthanded. But as an individual, I mean, it's a business because with Ja being out of suspension and then with guys getting hurt, you got plenty of time to not just expose yourself to other people, other teams, and to the Grizzlies, but just to stay on the two-way. You know what I mean? It's not guaranteed that the guy's going to be on a two-way contract the entire year. So you were able to milk that for most of the year last year. So yeah, I know it's probably, you know, some good and some bad to it.
I got a question about that. So reversing back to the season before, how was it to have that season playing with the hustle, playing with Kenny Lofton that led to you getting a two-way contract at the
my
end
rookie year?
Yeah.
My rookie year. We had a good team. I think that's the thing with the G League. Like if y'all ever watch the games or go to it, like everybody just kind of trying to get their own. You know what I mean? Everybody think if you score 20, you're going to get caught up and whatnot, but that's really just not how it goes. We had a team where it was like Junior was going to get his and we was going to make sure he did that, but everybody else was just going to kind of play a role, and that role was what you would do in the NBA. So we had a good team. But obviously I love playing with Junior. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? He make the game easy for me. You know what I mean? Now they give you like, you pass somebody, they could take damn near 3 dribbles and you still get the assist. So Junior would do that little slow step, just lay the ball up on you. And I was just racking up assists from it. But it was a good rookie year. I couldn't ask for a better coach in a situation for me to kind of just get out there and play. Ball was kind of in my hands most of the year and just kind of getting to control the show, run the show, and be the playmaker that I am, which was good for me.
We talked about how the league is a business, right? And you talked about the phone call you got with Dez, and Dez was like, hey, man, they told me you didn't get a call from the coaches. You got a call from your teammates. Hey, bro, they probably would have started you. Like, you got that call. So that's a high, right? Like, you're feeling good.
Right.
You play a good game against Steph Curry, and you get a little fans swell up. Everybody's kind of pulling for you. You start becoming a household name. But it's also the business side. That's the bad side of it. When you get the call from the organization saying, hey, we're going in another direction, right?
Yeah.
What is that like? What's the human side of that like to deal with that type of disappointment? What is that experience like?
It's tough, bro. I mean, like, everybody's been through it, you know what I'm saying? In whatever aspect they've been through. Everybody's been fired or everybody's been replaced or kind of put on the back burner. so to say. So it's tough. I think like everybody. I mean, for me, like, yeah, it was my second year as a pro, but like it was really my first year playing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling y'all, I played 40 games. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm all right. You know what I mean? But as the season went on, you kind of see certain things, and it's hard to take the personal aspect out of it and just look at it as a business. So I kind of relied on, teammates or former players that I've talked to that have been through situations like that. And then my family, I got a good support system. So just kind of talking to them about stuff like that made it easier. I'm not going to say it was easy by any means, but easier for sure. And then obviously I landed with Brooklyn last year, which kind of made it, I wasn't at home for too long. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a hiatus in between. So it was a little break, and then got to go back to a different team and get back to playing. So, I mean, obviously it's frustrating for sure, but there's bigger problems in the world for individuals for sure.
What's the transition like when you're because every dude in the league has been, you were that dude in high school, you were that dude in college. What's it like you said, you went to the hustle and they're telling you, hey, let's focus on making Kenneth Lofton the showcasing Kenneth, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, all right, what about me? Like, how do you what's it like going from being a star everywhere you've been to even in the G League, they're asking you to play a role, or just being a guy in the NBA that's an NBA role player? What's that transition like?
I mean, I'd say it's different for everybody. Like you see people that don't transition well to doing that. You know what I mean? Like it is a business. You know what I'm saying? So there's better players not in the NBA. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm one of them or whatever, but there are better players than certain players in the NBA, and it's probably people that didn't transition well to being a role guy, or they're not good in that role. So it's tough for me. I'm like, if it's gonna make me some money, I'm gonna figure out how to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, whatever gets the bills paid for me. So it was a little bit of an adjustment. But for me, I was kind of already on that way. Like my freshman and sophomore year of college, like we were bad, but I could score. You know what I'm saying? So like it was fun for me because I was getting I had 20. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But we got better my junior and senior and in my fifth year. And so with us getting better, I had to facilitate more and kind of somebody was gonna have to take the hit and sacrifice a little bit, and that was me. And so with doing that, I kind of adapted that super pass first mentality, which allowed me to kind of be the player I am today and fit that backup point guard role, so to say.
We had Brevin Knight on the show, and he's got a show on our network, Bluff City Media. Brevin Knight is one of our hosts of one of our shows, and of course he does commentary for the Grizzlies. And he talked about keeping the logo on your chest, like doing whatever it takes to basically in the league. What is it about you that you believe can get you back into get that logo, not the G League logo, the Jerry West back on your chest, and where you can, because you seem like the type of guy who's gonna be around the league for a while. It doesn't seem like you're too far from being back on the roster.
Right.
What do you think about you, your personality, your game, your style of play, all those type of things? What do you think is going to keep you with those one of those two logos on your chest for a while?
I'm hoping so. I think at the end of the day, like you look at an NBA team, you can look at. I mean, the Grizzlies are a bad example because they're playing 100 guys every game this year, which in itself.
We're gonna talk about that too, but go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But most teams, like when the playoffs come, you're gonna shrink your roster to 8, 9. You know what I mean? That's your rotation. So you've got 6 standard guys that really aren't playing. You know what I mean? You've got 3 two-ways that aren't playing. Like at the end of the day, and this is what one of the coaches at the Grizzlies told me. It was like, at the end of the day, roster spot 14 through 18 aren't the best dudes in the NBA, but they're good guys. They work hard. They're accountable. And when you need to call on them, they're going to do their job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I do bring to an organization. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm reliable. I'm available. You know what you're going to get out of me. I'm not going to be inconsistent. It's not going to be one game I give you 50. The next game I give you 0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make guys better. I think that's kind of the job of any point guard. You know what I'm saying? You got to make guys better. However you do it, you got to help the organization out. And so I'm hoping, at some point that works out my way. You know what I mean?
Right. When you people talk about like their welcome to the NBA moment, or like their big moment, maybe feel like, man, I'm supposed to be here. I'm assuming that was the Steph Curry game for you. Like, what was your moment where you was like, yeah, man, like I can make it in this league?
honestly, like I'm saying, like y'all might not feel this way. Fans might not feel this way. Nobody might feel this way. I feel this way. Like we were game 7. Obviously, we were struggling, but like I'm starting game 7 or game 8 of the season. You know what I'm saying? At this point, we not tanking or whatever people thought they were doing.
We still trying to
get. We still trying to be all right. You know what I'm saying? So then they like, it ain't like Jacob gonna play. They like Jacob gonna start. You know what I'm saying? D-Rose is still healthy. At the end of the day, they was trying to play Zaire at the point. They could play Devin at the point. It's like, at some point, he trying to figure something out. And it's like, shit, let's try Gilly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, like, yeah, we were bad. You know what I'm saying? End of the stretch, whatever. But early is when I was playing. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like that confidence that they had in me early while we were still trying to stay afloat, that kind of gave me my own personal validation that I was, you know what I'm saying, I'm capable of playing. Obviously, man. It was a different role. I got a text one night, like, you got hard. And I'm like, what kind of matchups is these? You know what I'm saying? But like that in itself was like enough for me to be like, you know what I'm saying, you're here, you can play. Obviously, I think like stepping on the court with LeBron was like,
damn,
not like wow, because I don't even like dude for real. He, you know, man, cool, respect, you know what I'm saying, one of the best ever. But like when I stepped on the court though, it was definitely like, yeah, this is Staples Center for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel that. Like, you feel the celebrities out there. You feel the energy.
The bad is a little badder.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying? But the Lakers was definitely one of those. Yeah, you're here now for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned like tanking, right? And that's something I'm so like I've never asked Brevin this. We're actual friends. Okay, I'm not trying to get into the depths, but when the organization decides that we're not going to prioritize winning, we're gonna call that tanking, right? As a player, do you know that's going on? Is it like, because I know you're not out there actually like we're trying to lose this game,
right?
But when teams are doing things to massage and manipulate the score or whatever, what's that like from the player's point of view?
So like I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I ain't even saying this because I like the people over at Memphis. Like they never said we're tanking. They never said we're trying to lose. They never even kind of mentioned next year. If that makes sense.
Right.
Like the focus was always this game. Now, when did I left in February. We just knew we wasn't gonna really make the playoffs when I was there. You know what I'm saying? As a player, it was just kind of like we're not really gonna make the playoffs. But it was never like, let's focus on next year.
Focus on losing.
You know, it was never that. Like,
it's not a real thing, bro. I tell people,
you never, as a basketball player, you can't try and lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you could try to lose, but like nobody that's a competitor is gonna try and lose. But like for us, like we still had a good locker room. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody don't like losing, but like the people around you make every situation better. You know what I'm saying? Like we had good people around us that made it seem like, hey, we're all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So kind of keeping on it, how was the transition of, so at the end of your rookie year, you signed a 2-way contract with the Grizzlies right before they go to the playoffs, right? You have a whole playoff series. Then you had this whole summer of things going on. Then you come into this new season. How was that transition of just like, dang, this team was at the highs, we were winning, and now we losing every other night?
I don't like, for me, I wasn't necessarily a part of all that winning they was doing my rookie year because I just caught it on the back end. But like for us, we felt like that was a series that we could have won. Like I remember being in the locker room, like going into the series, like this is a series we can win. Even after we was like, we should have won that. You know what I'm saying? So going into the offseason, losing Dylan was mixed feelings about it for me personally. I mean, I never really asked other people what they thought about it. I kind of just thought like we were still, you know what I'm saying? We still got some pieces. Like we still got our guys. We're gonna be good. And then just kind of transitioning into losing a lot of games early was just kind of like what went wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously Ja being out was tough, but like was it this tough? You know what I mean? Like we're getting smacked early. We can't find a way to win. So was it the offense? Was it the defense? Was it was it Dylan? Is it Ja? Was it Steve-O? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Rather than just being like, you know what I'm saying? Rather than just being like, we got the same, everything's the same. And, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the offseason, we was preparing to be the 2 seed again, you know what I mean? To be the 1 seed. Like we were preparing to be better than we were the year before. And it just started early for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you've moved on. You're a part of the Cleveland Cavaliers organization. That team is 12-0. You talk about 1 seeds. They're currently the best team in the NBA right now, undefeated. You're there. You're in, the practice environments. You know, you're doing your thing with them. You went through summer camp, all those kind of things with those guys. Are you guys legit? Are you guys the real deal? Like you've been on a winning team before, who's been a top seed in the West. That Cleveland team. What are your thoughts on the team that you represent right now? The team you're affiliated with?
Legit. Yeah, I think so. A situation again where not the same as Grizzlies, but you bring most of the same guys back. Everybody back that you had last year.
Yeah.
Just a new coach. You don't assume that the coach can just completely change everything 180. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm a big fan of Kenny, Coach Atkinson. I think he knows what he's doing. I think he's got guys playing hard. Max Strus isn't healthy yet. They're legit. It'll be interesting to see what happens when they shrink the rotation down in the playoffs. But I mean, you look at the first 5, it's tough. It's a tough first 5. Kind of just at every position, very, very solid at every position.
Fact. What are some of the similarities and differences in the environment, like the situation? Yeah. People talk about the Grizzlies culture. So, like, what are some of the similarities you see there? What are some of the differences you see between Cleveland and Memphis? Both kind of smaller markets as well, too.
Yeah. Probably that brotherhood. Like, I love Memphis. I love my time there. But like, the people made it what it was for me. You know what I'm saying? I like being around all the Grizzlies organization. And I think you see that with the Cavs. They enjoy being around each other. They're playing for one another, playing unselfish. They're legit, man. Obviously I was with the Grizzlies organization for 2 years or year and pretty much 2 years. So it was kind of all I knew going to Brooklyn. Then I went to Brooklyn and saw what Brooklyn was like. And now seeing what Cleveland was like. And Cleveland's a lot more similar to Memphis to me than Brooklyn was to either of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think maybe it is the smaller market. But I think the guys are kind of just bought in, so to say.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Coach Kenny Atkinson, have you connected with him on that? Both of y'all played for the same college at Richmond.
Come on now. He one of them. He's one of the. He like a top 5 point guard or something in Richmond. He cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He the team best ever.
You broke his freshman assist record.
That's my guy. That's my guy. Kay is a good dude. We
Do you think that played into how you got to be a part of the team? You think that
Come on, bro.
Oh, okay, cool. That's what I was doing.
No.
I didn't know that he played.
That's my guy though. He good dude. It's part of. I would have it's part of the reason I would have chose Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? I think that background, and you hope it helps you down the road and whatnot.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
We'll see. But
so what are your thoughts
with them 12-0s?
Y'all ain't playing. Y'all ain't bullshit. What you think about the Grizzlies this year though? Like because we're not even full strength and we're still looking good in certain.
They look good.
Yeah. So what do you think about it?
I'm interested. Like we talk about with how 2 years ago they was a 2 seed. Just good. You know what I'm saying? Like just playing well. Why would you go away from the offense that brought you there, the defense? You know what I'm saying? Just changing certain things. Like you wonder why you would do such a thing. But just scratching last year out of it. So if you go from 2 years ago to this year, different personnel. It looked good though. I'm interested to see the whole 11-man rotation. It's strange. There's probably another team that does it. OKC does it. Yeah. But I don't love that personally. I mean, I'm not playing in it, so I don't know. I've talked to a couple guys. Some people like it, some people don't. I would assume y'all don't like it. You know what I mean?
I don't like it when it feels like it's not off of instinct. It feels like the are like, all right, okay, your time is up. Time to bring
reset.
Instead of okay, Josh cooking, let him cook. Or
right.
Cooking, let him cook. It's kind of like, okay, you got to get so many guys in that you're not playing your big guys enough minutes? Feels like.
I'm more so not worried about it, but like I don't like it from a standpoint that I think Ja's an MVP in the NBA. I think he can be. You know what I'm saying? And I think when you play him 28 minutes, he's not going to be able to. Jaren's not going to be Defensive Player of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Dez might not be an All-Star if you only playing these guys. Which is that's not the end goal. The end goal is to win games. End goal is find a way to win championships. But
that's
I
not
just
bad.
hope it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I hope it doesn't affect them. Like I hope they're not frustrated by and maybe it'll shrink once. But I mean, when you bring guys back, like when Vince comes back, when Gigi comes back, like it's not like we can all of a sudden go from 11 to 8. Like those guys got to play too. But it can't go from 11 to 13. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't do that.
13 is crazy. Insane.
League, bro.
We can't do that.
Yeah.
But you bring in talented guys back, so you just 11. This is a deep team, though.
Yeah,
it is a deep team. But like, for example, if the fourth quarter starts and we're down 10, are we running a lineup, or are they running a lineup out there with Pip, Edie, Wells, Jake, and Santi? Like, is that a lineup that we want to start down 8 in the fourth quarter? You know what I mean? Like, but that's what the rotation is.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of having, you know what I mean? Like, if you're down 8 going into the fourth, I feel like you want Ja and Jaren out there and Dez. Like, you want your guys to make sure this game doesn't get out of hand. But I mean, the bench has been playing great. Personally, I mean, a lot of minutes, a lot of opportunity. Playing really well, so hopefully they keep it rolling. I'm not a hater on this side, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, so thinking when you mentioned Jake, so you played with Jacob Gilyard with Sain with the Hustle and on the Grizz.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, we don't do no Jake hate on this side. That's my dog. I'll be on Twitter, bro. I don't know what I'll be on Twitter seeing everybody hating on Jake. That's my dog.
You ain't never seen me doing that. Who?
I'm just making sure. That's my dog, bro.
Yeah. My question was how it feels to see his growth, like where he was, seeing how much he's improved to this point in his career now.
It's crazy because I saw this on Twitter the other day. I just see random stuff on Twitter. I don't know. I got to get off the Grizz Twitter. I don't know why I see it all the time. But I saw like somebody say that he's played well when he's had opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Consistently. Yeah. Like for me, like when I saw Jake my rookie year, he played well when he was with the Hustle. You know what I'm saying? Obviously it's a little different. But he can go. You know what I'm saying? Like he's always been able to go. He's just kind of had unfortunate situations where he got hurt, where he was sick, where he just random things that pop up that has kind of hindered him from playing. And on top of Gigi and Vince being good, being really good. You know what I'm saying? And it makes it tough for the higher pick out of all the wings. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that goes on mentally. But I mean, he's always been able to go. Just kind of now he's getting consistent run, which I said like the 11 man is strange, but it's helping him out. You know what I'm saying? It's helping Santi out. Like it's helping guys out. Pip's playing well. You know what I mean? So it's like it's good for those guys. They get to do more. This new offense that they've been running has been good for guys to just make plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So seeing him grow has been good, but I've always thought that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? I've always thought he was good.
I got 2 more serious questions, and I got 1 fun question for you. This is some real serious. We're gonna base it off of what you just said. In a situation like you're a Jake Laravia or you're a Jacob Gilyard, what's it like throughout the season? You talked about the chemistry, camaraderie, all those type of things, right?
Yeah.
What's it like when you're cheering for your teammates because hey, we're having fun, we're doing good, but yet you also feel like, hey, looking on my shoulder, this dude keep doing good.
Right.
You know what I mean? How happy is he that Jalen Wells is doing this thing with Santi Aldama? So, hey, I can play the 3 and the 4. Or Gigi Jackson, I can play the 3 and the 4. Like how happy can you be for guys when you know it's going to affect your bottom line? And I'll just be real.
I feel what you're saying.
How easy or how hard is it to cheer for a guy like that, and then you know it can affect you directly?
It ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like it's not hard. You subconsciously see guys that are maybe playing better than you, or you think might have more of a prominent role down the line with the team than you. But like I'm saying, like with the group of guys that they have and that I was able to be around, like it's easy. And I'll give you like the best example was Tillman. X was the like
yes,
the best example of it, like always was himself, like always was a true professional. And I think like that rubbed off on everybody. And so like it's easy to say like, yeah, Jake could be hating, but like I know from the bottom of my heart he's not. Like we done talked about stuff like this. Like he ain't hating. I wasn't hating. You know what I'm saying? Like it's none of that, because like you can't be like mad because you've got an opportunity as well. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you may not have got the same opportunity, but you did get opportunity. And so with that, like you got to make the most of it. And if somebody makes the most of it that day and you don't, you just kind of beat, and that's what it is. But with the group of guys they have, like it ain't none of that.
All right, bro. You've been talking about the 11-man rotation, right? You've been talking about playing 11 guys. All right. What's your 11, man? Come on, be the GM. Give me your 11, man. Who everybody healthy. Everybody healthy. Everybody healthy. Give me your 11.
I'm like, open this 11, man. It's 11.
It's 11. You got 11. Everybody healthy, though.
Yeah, everybody. 12.
Smart, Bain, everybody. Everybody healthy. Give me your 11.
One out.
Goodness gracious.
All right, you know, Ja, Bain, Jaren, they playing. That's 3.
Yeah, those 3 are playing. Those 3 are playing for sure. I'm trying to think of. This is a bad question, bro.
Edie is in your
Am I basing this off of like just this year? Because I'm being like, and Jake is my dog, but like he's playing better than a lot of guys right now, in my opinion. Like he's, you know what I'm saying, he's rebounding the ball well, passing the ball well.
Your 11, man, put me your 11.
He is in my 11, bro. But it's like I ain't watching enough Grizzlies game, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got smoke. I got real smoke with them right now. I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
You know they had
yeah, come on, bro. All right, come on, man. Is Smart, Trip.
You counting pairs, or he just saying names?
Yeah, that's 4.
No, that's 4.
Okay.
Zach, that's 5. Damn.
You already said Jake in 11. So it's 6.
Huff been playing well though. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna go off the bench. You got Jake, Pip, Santi. Everybody's healthy?
Yep.
Vince, Gigi.
That's 10.
Ooh.
I would be leaving. They got 14 guys right now, 15. They full?
15.
We 14, 15. Yeah, we got 15.
Yeah, Jay Huff got the contract, yo.
Jay Huff and Luke Kennard and Wales.
And Brandon Clark.
And Brandon Clark.
My 11 would be Luke.
So Brandon Clark, Jalen Wells, all of them sitting there.
Ooh.
Dude, you say all of them. It's just 4 guys. It's 4 guys. The offense hasn't been great for BC. In my opinion, it hasn't been great for BC. Yeah.
His rim protection numbers are good. I don't know why, but they're like super high. His rim protection numbers are like the numbers are good. He's like top 10 rim protection.
You know what I'm saying? He is good. I mean, I just think like with how they're playing, I would like to play Santi and Jaron more together. I remember thinking that when we were together, like that's 2 that if you're not going to play with real big or real center, those 2 should probably play together. But offense ain't been great for BC in my opinion. Jalen's a rookie. Jitty, my dog Jitty. My dog Jitty. And then J Huff. J Huff been playing well though. It's hard to leave somebody out, but I think
a lot of dudes gotta get
somebody.
And so that you know what I'm saying, it's tough. It also depends on who you play though. Like if you play the Sixers and Embiid's playing, you probably should play J Huff, Edie, and like you should play all your bigs. You know what I'm saying?
All 3. Yeah. You
should throw them all at, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's my 11 I would go with.
All right. Well, I got one unserious question for you.
Hold on. Would y'all agree with that 11 or y'all? You know what I'm saying? This ain't a me. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. Jake's in his ass. I ain't gonna lie.
See, bro.
I know one man who ain't in it. It's Jake LaRavy. But
Dude, my dog Jake, what he like third best rebounder on the team right now.
Get it.
Third best playmaker on the team right now.
But if I gotta cut down to 11, Jake.
You don't like white people. I get it. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Have you over there tripping, man. Have you. But for real though, it's more so they made the decision that they're not they didn't opt to a final year with him, right? So it's like, come on, bro, it's business. You already know what's up. I'd assume that your finals matchup is the Grizzlies in Cleveland. I think that's your finals matchup. We in agreement on that?
Nah, that's not my finals matchup.
Yeah. So who coming out the West then? Because I know you ain't gonna say Cleveland ain't coming out the East. So who coming out the West?
I don't think Cleveland's coming out there. I don't think Cleveland's coming out the East. I think.
Man, what's your finals matchup?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm being honest though. Like,
I appreciate that.
Like Boston is, you know what I'm saying? I think Boston gonna be back.
Yeah.
Just kind of with they first five, they just kind of are.
Boston the Grizzlies then.
I hope the Grizzlies make it, bro. The West is good though, but I think the West is also open.
They are.
Yeah.
I think Phoenix finds their way there this year.
Well, brother, we appreciate you coming on today, man. Final question for you. Hey, you've been doing good in this podcast role, bro, which made me lean to the next question. Better Gil podcaster, Gilbert Arenas or Jacob Gilyard? Which one?
Man, he got a lot of not him. Nah. They just get to yelling on that mug and then they think they right.
Right.
Nah, they're interesting. He got some good personalities.
Why?
He got some good personalities on there, man.
He ain't worse than Brandon Marshall though.
That man
yeah.
Why'd you put ice in ice cream? Why did I not put ice in ice cream? Yeah, you tweaking, bro. What are you talking about?
Hey, don't play with Gil now. Don't play with him.
I
like Gil. I like Teague podcast too. I think both of them.
Jeff Teague.
Yeah, Jeff Teague.
He be road.
Yeah.
Well, bro, I tell you what, man. If you ever want to come back again, you can come on whenever you want, and we could put you with Jalen Wells' daddy, and we could have our own show on Bluff City Media, man. Hey, Fred and Gil. Fred Wells and Gil. Go watch the episode with him. The man daddy was shooting off, man. Hey, we asked Fred Wells, who's Jalen Wells' daddy. Like he said, Wells, we noticed that Jalen said that he looks at Marcus Smart's game, right? Like he said, what is it that he looks at about Marcus Smart's game? The man daddy said he thinks that's the dude that he could put on the bench.
His dad came on there popping it. Okay. Nah.
He said he thinks that's the dude he can replace.
you see, I waited to come on till after I was done with the Grizz. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get me in trouble if I had been on the Grizz.
Oh man, I already know it, bro. But I'm glad. Hey, you can come on whenever you want, family, for sure, man.
My man, I appreciate y'all, bro.
I appreciate you, man. That's definitely. My boy, Jacob Gilyard, man. Man, good shit, man. We gotta do this more often, bro. For real. We about to take a break, man. When we come back, it's gonna be more the Anthony Sain show. See you guys in a minute.
We're looking at making sure that the Grizzlies are top 5 in either offense or defense. So how do you get a team like that there? What are your must-haves to be a real title contender? So give me one.
Health.
Okay.
I think it's like it goes like a little bit sort of in the cliche obvious department. You got to be healthy, which we saw like the direct results of what happens when you're not this year, right? Like It was a mess in 100 different ways. So there you go. Number 1. I've got plenty more loaded for you.
All right. Mine is going to be good kitty. No, I'm kidding.
First off,
bad kitty.
Pause. Pause.
Come hang out with Daniel Greer and Nathan Qualls on Grizz 901 Live. Every Tuesday night at 9:01 live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
This is definitely a game in Silverfield teams of yesteryear that you would lose, right? Those close battle games that they would always find a way to lose. It does seem like we have too much anymore outside of UTSA, but they just kind of smacked us in the mouth. It wasn't like it was a game where we were sitting there flirting with them all game for the most part.
Is that a product of growth with the Silver Wheel team, or just playing in wars with bad teams that can't finish? Houston, you had Houston in the conference, SMU in the conference, you had UCF in the conference, and anytime you go close with those teams, they're good enough to where they can ultimately put you away. They're winning a lot of close games, but they're winning a lot of close games against teams that are probably not equipped to finish a team the way that the other teams that we would lose to are. Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show, man. Insane interview with my guy Jacob Gilyard. I thought it would be good. I didn't think it'd be that good, man. That man was dropping some real gems. Good stuff. A dude I'm pulling for, man, no matter where he is, for real.
Yes.
Like
100%.
and our communication started. I would clown the man about something on Twitter. He out there like, damn, bro, for real. Like, so,
Yeah.
So we talked about that. And it's just been, and he slid in my DM not too long ago. He was like, man, Grizz fans, y'all be tripping, bro. It's like, y'all sound crazy. He was talking about me. Somebody was arguing with me about something. He's like, no, they sound crazy, bro. You right. So, but yeah, that's my guy, man. Jacob Gilyard. Hope you guys enjoyed the interview. Good stuff, man. Something we talked about was the depth of the team. That's something we talked about in the first segment of the show as well. And something I meant to talk to him about, but I was like, well, I'll just wait. We'll talk about this, the three of us. It's the injury situation, right?
Yeah.
I was watching Chris Vernon's show today. Third time I've said that. I've been watching. I haven't watched. I actually hadn't watched that show in months. But they were talking about the injury stuff, and somebody said they asked Tony, I think, like, why do you think guys are getting hurt more? Because I think a stat came out saying at this point last year, injuries are up 34%. Yeah. And Vernon says he thinks that we're playing guys too safely. That, like, training camp is shorter. Training camp is like 3 days. We're not really letting guys play. Because here's my thing, and I talk about this with the Grizzlies too. Yes, it would be great to have health in the playoffs, right? But what happens when you take guys from playing 25 minutes a game to playing damn near 40?
40, yeah.
These guys' bodies have been playing hopscotching around with time.
Right.
And I think that's a real thing. I think that's something you have to be, cognizant of, to kind of know that that's a real thing. That, I think that a lot of injuries we have because guys' bodies just aren't ready for the NBA. Like, we're resting these guys so much that we're forgetting. Sometimes, man, you gotta it's just like you get a cut, right? I remember as a kid, I would get a cut and I would beg my mom to put a Band-Aid on it, right? And it would take a cut weeks to heal.
Yep.
I remember the first time I put the Band-Aid off, and I was healed in a couple of days because we gotta take the Band-Aid off. We gotta let these guys bruise up, man. Let them scab up a little bit.
Brevin talks about that. Brevin talks about that on this episode that came out at 10 a.m. this morning on the night court. He said, man, I am a massive proponent of extending out training camp and making it much longer in terms of getting these guys in and getting some bumps and bruises during training camp so they can get their bodies ready, man. There's something to that.
Yeah, I think it is too. I think it is too. And a lot of fans have PTSD. I got to say something so crazy. And I think I know this guy. I think I know this guy in real life. But he says, do y'all think that Ja and Bane, it's crazy because Jaren has totally been removed from these injury conversations.
It's just so wild.
The dude that we were super worried about.
He was, yep.
He's battle tested now. But he said, do you think that Ja and Bane can fall into the Penny Hardaway, Grant Hill,
Brandon Roy
territory? I'm like, fam, what are you talking about?
Bro, what are they who is that?
Guys are going to get hurt, right? Guys are going to get hurt. And we saw Ja had his injury, his hip injury, his hamstring injury, and he's week to week. There's a lot worse reports we could have got from the Ja injury.
Oh, my God.
Thank God we could have got indefinitely like Zion Williamson.
You could have got indefinitely. You could have got 8 to 10 weeks, and we'll see this again.
Oh, yeah, with Chet Holmgren.
We expect him to be back at some point of the season. Like, none of that stuff, bro. Like, right now today, November the 13th, 2024, we have one injury that we believe that's gonna go into December, and that's Gigi Jackson. Everybody else, they're gonna be back in this month. They're gonna be back in the next few weeks.
Literally,
there's gonna be guys back next week. I believe Ja Morant's gonna be back very soon. I believe Ja Morant's gonna be back next week. It's just me.
Desmond Bane gonna be back next week.
Right. I just think we're just doing too much as a fan base, bro. Like too much negativity, too much assuming the worst. Like I ain't trying to tell nobody how to think, bro. But god damn, like sometimes you got to be positive about stuff, bro. Like, oh, I saw Ja on crutches. He's out for the year. Like, bro, just because the dude's on crutches don't mean he can't walk. Sometimes you have a legit bump or a legit bruise. It's like, okay, bro, if you're going to stand, if you're going to walk around on that, you're going to come to the game, wear these so you can alleviate some of that pressure off of that area. It's like our fans are like, oh, man, he's done for the year. Like, man, damn, bro.
And we've seen that before because when Ja hurt, he had a it looked bad ankle injury a couple years ago.
Bro, Desmond Bain been wearing a back brace for 2 years. Desmond Bain been wearing a back brace for 3 years, bro. Like,
and,
damn.
I mean, Ja had that real bad ankle injury. He had like a boot on the next day. He played like 2 games later.
2 games later, yeah.
After he was ruled out 3 to 5 weeks.
If you look around the league, bro, there's a lot worse shit going on with us. We got a lot of guys out right now. But
dude, Chet Holmgren went up for a block.
Type injuries, huh?
Chet Holmgren went up for a block, and his whole right side exploded. Like, his hip is destroyed. I mean, it's messed up.
Yeah,
like, that is. Anyway, the Grizzlies are going to be fine, man. They're coming back.
We'll be good, man.
Yeah.
We'll be good. But this show was good. It was a great show today, man. Shout out to our special guest, Jacob Gilyard, who came in and rocked it, man. We got to get that brother in as often as he want to get on, man. We just get that man a weekly ticket. You good? When y'all, man. When y'all. It's All-Star weekend, man. You ain't busy. Yeah,
hey, get him competing with Gilbert Arenas and who the best Gil podcast.
Yeah, who the best Gil, man.
Gotta get him up.
He's the best Gil.
Golly, that was so good.
We got to get him and Jalen Wells' dad are here together, man.
Let me ask you this. He's not as sold on Jalen Wells as we are, is he?
I ain't
gonna tell you what that sound like, man, because he was Jake your booty. Jake, you still booty. I want to see Jake do that against Golden State. I want to see him do that against them. Let him be Christian Braun. Is Christian Braun a Christian?
Christian Brown.
Christian Braun. Christian Brown.
The way because it's spelled like Braun.
It's spelled like Braun.
Okay.
It don't make
sense.
sense.
Is he a Christian though? Is Jake the actual Christian Brown?
I don't know.
Shout out to Jake, man. Hey, bro, what's going on with Jake's head though, bro?
He got that table.
No, like the shape of his head. I think that little thing of hair you got is to cover up a weird ass forehead, bro. If you just look at Jake,
a lot of white dudes do that. By the way,
it's giving inbreed. It's giving something, man. I don't know.
Nah, it means his mama had a rough birth, man.
Yeah, he look like he got a funny shaped cartoon character ass head, bro.
Yeah.
Hey Arnold head ass. One of them characters type dude. Anyway, man, I'm glad Jake is doing good, man. But when it come down to everybody coming back, go sit your ass down, bro. We appreciate your service. We appreciate you. But yeah, man, for Kenny Summerfield, Paris Target, for my man Jacob Gilyard. I'm glad you had that hat on, my boy. I'm about to go on your ass, man. I'm about to go on your ass.
It was coming, man. I'm impressed by your ability to withstand. I could tell.
On his ass for sure.
It was coming. It was coming.
Hey, he put the hat on. He saved himself. He knew better.
No, man, we gotta get him back on here, man. That was good shit, man. But if y'all enjoyed that, hit us up in the comments. Let us know what y'all think. Give us your 11-man rotation, man.
That's exactly right. Give us your 11-man.
11-man rotation. Let us see what that is, man. Subscribe to the show. If you like the show, let us know you liked it, man. Give us a like. We appreciate y'all, man. We'll see y'all Friday, man, and we out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.